I'm not working on anything in particular. Yesterday I made a little dinner triangle. This morning I worked on another project for my great nephew who graduated high school. And I made a little bit of a split cross earlier. And I had this railroad spike that I had started to make a little drive hook. Figured I'd throw that in the fire and play with that this afternoon.
Good.
So, yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of new out here. I started like volunteering last year, so I'm getting used to this shop a little bit.
That's a pretty historically accurate bellows setup, isn't it?
What's that?
That's a pretty historically accurate bellows, isn't it?
Yeah, that's, yeah, it is. I guess that's why they set it up in here, so. Yeah, it's two-stage bellows, like I said. I'm getting used to working with this now, so. I'll do a few things, so. What was really neat, like I said, I don't know if you was out here for their Pioneer re-encampment last
Not
last
this
month.
year.
They have, I met this gentleman a couple years ago, but he's more of a period for the early 1800s.
Jim Stroud?
Yeah, he's got it all. His full forge and setup is set up on a carriage wagon.
Yeah, I've met him already.
Okay, yeah, it really did. He's got a lot of research on it. And made that up just like they would have him following the artillery or the cavalry. Well, let me fire this thing back up again. I don't want to use it a whole lot. Too much till I learn the maintenance on it, where to oil it and everything.
Yeah, it'd be a shame to wear it out.
I don't know how long it's been since that thing has been rebuilt. So. I've seen them get used a little bit on videos and stuff like that.
So what are you making with the railroad spike?
Kind of a little drive hook. Just something with a spike you can drive it into a post.
Oh, okay.
I've seen this done in a video and that, and I thought, yeah, I'll give it a cut. Where I'll cut it, and then I'll draw that out and kind of spike so you can spike it on in and kind of bend it on over. Just a little decorative look. So and that power hammer, that drove that out pretty good.
Yeah, it did.
Like I said, I'm gonna need some more practice on them to get where I can use it a little bit better. Now, like I said, guys from the railroad brought me on over some old spikes and stuff like that. Yeah, the first time I tried that power hammer, I just smashed that out a little bit.
Made a little
These
knife.
are pretty rusty spikes, but like I said, just playing around with it. Back after lunch and get my fire back on again. Got that back up to where it needs to be. So, Yes, sir.
Just heard noise.
Here's me pounding away, huh? Yeah, a little bit ago I had the big power hammer going.
Oh, that's what I heard earlier.
Yeah. Well, like I said, last year when I started, like I said, Mel said, yeah, it worked, and showed me where the power and everything was at for it. So, we'll give it a try. Like I said, I got to learn up a little bit more on how to keep them maintained and oiled. So I don't want to use it too much so I can learn all that. But yeah, make sure it works.
So your actual fire is pretty small.
What's that?
So your actual fire is pretty small.
Yeah, like I said, that pot is only like about like that. So that's one thing with the coal forges. You can isolate the heat instead of having a great big gas forge where you're heating up that much area. You can heat just a little area. I found out it's totally different, especially when you go to bend or twist metal. Should have brought my other tongs. Don't have a, that's the whole thing in that you don't have the good fitting tongs. I got to finish up. I have a regular set of tongs made out for railroad spikes, but I haven't got them finished up yet. So like kids are playing basketball again.
I was wondering what that noise was.
They've got an old wagon set up with two basketball hoops. So you shoot it in and then do the gravity wagon.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Right down in front of you. Like a carnival game we did.
Okay, that's cool.
project. So I can get my other tongs.
Okay.
But yeah,
So anyway,
yeah, it's starting to get a little.
so basically, the long parts what you hang on, the short parts what you drive in the post.
Yeah, this will be made in the hook, and
So just hold her right side up for.
I'll draw
for a
that
second.
on out for a kind of a spike to go in, like I said, go into a barn beam, and I get a. Actually, I cut it backwards originally, so I put a half twist in it. Just adds a little more decoration to it, anyways. But
Hey,
yeah,
can,
just
can you
play
hold her
around.
right side up here? So. Okay, yeah, there we go. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off on that project and come up with another little one. Like I said, that's the biggest thing is having the right set of tongs to hold on to stuff. I kind of looked around earlier, and that's about the best I can find. We've got a wide selection of different tongs here, but
None of them are what you need.
quite do the job.
Yeah.
Have a good afternoon.
So let's see. Then this thing here, this is for making wagon tires, and the other one's for sizing them.
To tell you the truth, I am not quite sure.
I think-
this is for sizing. I did hear one of the guys say something about that. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm not quite sure how everything works.
I think it's.
Yeah.